I'm Anthony. I've been playing poker for a living since 2019. Hit that intro.
Don't soul roll me if you get quad fours, man.
You folded king, king, jack, jack? You owe me $350. Your money should be in there too.
Did you bluff me?
Would I ever bluff?
I'm leaving right there. I'm on
No,
tilt.
it's on tilt. Thank you, sir. I would not lie to you, sir. I told you I had a full house. Doing the Lord's work. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
It's the first hand at a newly opened table. We're five-handed, and this is going to be a $15 double board bomb pot. We're under the gun and dealt 10-9, 7-5, double suited in hearts and clubs. The flops come down 10-9-6 with two clubs and Jack 3-2, also with two clubs. We flopped weak flush draws on both boards, and then top two pair on one plus some straight possibilities. When the blinds check it over to me, since we're five-handed and almost half the clubs in the deck are accounted for, we choose aggression, betting the full pot of 75. The button is the only caller. Hold my wine, bitches! The turn falls off suit, but a 9 and a 4. We've turned a full house on the top board and picked up a gut shot straight draw on the bottom board. We bet the pot of 225 and our opponent on the button shoves for 410 total. We make the call. The rivers come the jack of spades and the jack of hearts. Our opponent turns over 10-9, 6-2 with 6 high clubs. So on the top board we both have the same full house, but on the bottom board his lowly pair of deuces allows him to win, meaning we get quartered. Looking at the equities on the top board, neither of us had any outs to beat the other, so that was a guaranteed chop. But on the bottom board, while we had a higher flush draw and the gut shot straight draw, his pair of twos gave him almost 68% equity against us when the money went in. There's two limpers, and we make it 20 from the cutoff, holding the always sexy ace-ace jack-10 with 3 spades. We wind up picking up 3 callers.
All right, just me and the winners. Go easy on me, guys. I got 3 cats to feed.
The flop falls 8-8-2 with 2 spades. It's checked over to us, and while we have the nut 2 pair plus the nut flush draw, any one of our opponents could have an 8 in their hand and be looking to check raise us, so we take our option to check it back. The turn is an inconsequential 4 of hearts. Now one of the guys in the blinds makes a face when the 4 hits, and then he bets $50. I just feel like he's trying to buy this pot, so I make the call. The river is the 3 of clubs, and now he bets 10.
He bets 10. All right, you're just milking me now. You're just milking me. You're totally milking me. Say, oh, kings? That's no good. Get the fuck out of here, kings. Oh, double suited? Yeah, all right. Thank you, sir. All right, a little bit of a rebate from my my earlier quartering. If you could turn back time.
I'm in the cutoff during a double board bomb pot holding 10-6, 5-3, double suited in spades and diamonds. The first flop comes King 7-5 rainbow, and then Jack 8-3 with all spades. It winds up checked around. The turn comes the 9 of diamonds and the 5 of hearts. When it's checked to us in the cutoff, we opt to bet the pot of 105. We have a flush on the bottom board plus 2 pair, and on the top board we have a pair plus double gutter, needing a 4 or an 8 to make a straight, and we also picked up a diamond draw on that board as well. The small blind calls 105, the middle position calls 105, and we're going 3 ways to the rivers. Watch me whip, watch me nay-nay, bitches! The rivers come the 8 of clubs and the 4 of clubs. When both opponents check it over to me, I've got a flush on one board, a straight on the other, and I go for max value, betting the full pot of 420.
420, blaze it.
The small blind makes the call, and my opponent says he had a straight, but not to the 10, and we wind up scooping the whole pot. We limp under the gun, holding ace-king, 10-2, suited in clubs to our king. There's one more limper, and now the hijack raises to 25. The cutoff calls, the small blind calls, we call, middle position calls, and we are going 5 ways to a flop. The flop falls 10-10-4, rainbow. When it's checked to us, we've flopped top trips with top kicker. We should have the best hand at the moment most of the time, but the turn can always change things. With this pot already inflated, we bet the full pot of 130. They all fold, and we'll take it down.
Thank you, sir.
There's a few limpers, and in the cutoff, we look down at ace-ace, 10-10 with nut diamonds. We come along and we wind up going 5 ways to a flop. The flop is Queen Queen 9 Rainbow, and it's checked around. Poker Jesus about to nut all over this bitch. The turn is the Ace of Hearts. Now middle position bets 20, and the hijack raises to 60. Wow, what do we do here? Raising and calling all look super strong facing a bet and a raise on this board, but I don't think I can really do much else but call and hope these guys both have a queen they were slow playing and are willing to go broke with it if they're already full or if they get there. So I make the call. Now the middle position player pots it to 270. Thank you, Poker Jesus. The hijack gets out of the way and action's on us, and since middle position looks like he wants to play for stacks, let's fucking go. I pot all in, he calls all in, and it's extremely unlucky for him as he flopped the nuts with queens full of 9s, and I managed to spike the 2-outer on the turn and get him to commit for stacks. He had roughly 600-ish behind.
Once or twice, sir? I always go twice, whatever you want. I got aces full.
And this is one of those great spots to be in. Our opponent only has 1 out, needing to hit the last queen in the deck to beat us. It's quite likely that the hijack folded this guy's only out, but even if he didn't, by running it twice, my opponent at best can only chop this pot with me. He can never scoop, and the vast majority of the time I'll win the whole thing. The rivers run out clean, coming the 5 of diamonds and the 6 of clubs, and we'll win this massive pot of close to $1,400.
He was all in for like 6 something. Oh yeah, no, I want to keep those.
Those weren't even the good ones.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Player, check on 1.
So that was a really nice session. Despite getting quartered early in a double board bomb pot, I managed to turn it around and by the end of the session booked a win of $1,158. So very happy with that. And now on to the promotion for this week. I'm going to be playing multiple events at the lodge. Tonight is the PLO Black Chip Bounty Tournament, and I'll be playing that. And if I bust that early enough, then I will be playing the PLO quote-unquote free roll, which will still cost me $245, but usually first place is a good $3,000 or so. And then tomorrow is the Big O tournament, and then on Monday is a No Limit Hold'em and PLO mixed event. And all of these events, except for the PLO free roll, have guarantees of $15,000 to $20,000 each in the prize pool. Usually they exceed them. So I'm going to be looking to play, those are the tournaments that are in the mix. I may not wind up playing all of them depending on, different things that happen, but that's what's up for grabs. One viewer will win 5% of any profit I make. That's after buy-ins across all of the events I wind up playing. Now, if I do not cash in any of the events, or if your share would be less than $100, I'm still going to award one viewer at least a minimum of $100. To enter, all you need to do is leave a comment down below on this video letting me know what your favorite PLO hand is. You need to leave the comment by Monday, February 27th at 1 p.m. Eastern. That'll be the cutoff. Now, multiple comments are not going to give you any additional entries. It's 1 entry per viewer. And I will be selecting a viewer next week and announcing it in the next vlog. And that's going to be a wrap for this week. I appreciate you guys all tuning in. I appreciate all the comments. I love the support I've been getting. I love seeing this channel grow, and we will see you in the next episode.
After watching a video like this, sometimes I'll like it, sometimes I'll leave a comment, and sometimes I'll subscribe. Sometimes I'll even do all 3.